Good afternoon, class. Today's meeting will be delivered through this learning video. So there will be similar kind of learning videos throughout the semester. And for today's topic, we are going to discuss a little bit about food. So here we are going to discuss about food and what kind of food that you like, and then also how to express likes and dislikes, and also giving instructions in making certain food. And as for the grammar focus, today we will focus on the use of simple past versus the present perfect, and also sequence adverbs, which will be useful when you are giving instructions, especially when you make a recipe of food. Now, this slide is taken from our primary book. And in this conversation, you can see that they are using present perfect to refer to something that they have done before. If you look at Steve, first dialogue, hey, this sounds strange. Snails with garlic. Now, the next part is the present perfect. Have you ever eaten snails? Yes, I have. I had them here just last week. Did you like them? Yes, I did. They were delicious. Why don't you try some? No, I don't think so. And then another present perfect when the servant or waiter asks, have you decided on an appetizer yet? Yes, I'll have a small order of snails, please. And you, sir? I think I'll have the fried brains. Fried brains? I've never heard of that. It sounds scary. So, yeah, of course, this is a very comical dialogue, yeah. And we can learn from here that the present perfect is very useful in any conversation. So if you're talking with someone in English, there's most likely you're going to utilize or use the present perfect tense, because uh, it is a very common tense to use in everyday conversation. So to refresh your memory about the present perfect tense, we have here the form or the format of present perfect tense in the positive, negative, and in question sentence. So in the positive one, it is always subject plus have or has, depends on whether it is a singular or plural, plus past participle. Past participle is the third form of the verb. Yeah. For example, let's say run, second is ran, and then the third is run again. And then some doesn't change, like open and then opened and opened with ed. Yeah. So here, for example, I subject have, because I with have, and then past participle of try is tried, and then the object sushi. And then in the negative, it's easy. You just have to put not. I have not tried sushi. And then the question means that you have to put the have or has in front, and then the subject plus participle. So it's pretty much straightforward. And I think it's just, yeah, you still remember the format, I guess. So in here, as taken from the book, the same book, it is a simple past versus present perfect. So when there's this question, there's questions of have you ever eaten snail? So eaten is from eat, ate, and then eaten, the third past participle. So when you heard about past participle, it means it's the third form of verb. Yeah, it's called past participle. And then the answer is yes, I have, not yes I do or yes I am, yeah, because the question is have you, so the answer is supposed to be yes I have. And then it combined with simple past, I tried them last month. So you don't say I have tried them, no, but you just use simple past, I tried them last month. So as the response, did you like them? So you do not say, have you liked them? No, because this is referring to the last sentence. I tried them last night, and then did you like them? Yes, I did. So you can see the difference because the question is, did you? So the answer is supposed to be the same. Yes, I did. They were, yeah, using past tense. Or the second one, have you ever been to a Vietnamese restaurant? Have been, yeah. And then the answer, no, I haven't. But I ate, so another simple past, at a Thai restaurant last night. And then another past, did you go alone? No, I went with some friends. So you can see the highlight or the bold words are the combination of present perfect and the present simple past, I mean. So every time you are asked in present perfect, then you have to put a present perfect as well in your answer, like no, I have, or I haven't yet, or yes, I have. And then if you have another additional information about what you have done before, then you use simple past. So the questions later will be in a simple past and you answer with simple past, like in the last line. Okay, so that's usually the combination of simple past and present perfect. Yeah, so going back to the present perfect tense, what is the function of this tense? It is to talk about an action which began in the past but has continued into the present moment and is something that we see often when using the English language. So it's referring to some action that has happened in the past but it's still it has continued to the present moment. And these are the how the perfect tense is used. For the first one, it is used to describe an action or situation that began sometime in the past and continues into the present time, just like the previous slide. Jadi ini fungsi pertamanya. Fungsi kedua untuk menggambarkan action performed during a period that has not yet completed. Jadi suatu tindakan yang dilakukan sepanjang suatu masa yang belum selesai. For example, have you finished your homework? No, I haven't. So it's still completing. Yang ketiga, untuk menggambarkan kegiatan yang berulang dalam suatu periode waktu yang tidak specified, tidak jelas, antara masa lalu dan juga masa kini. Yang keempat, menggambarkan tindakan yang selesai baru saja, ya. Biasanya menggunakan kata just, jadi yang baru saja selesai gitu ya. Misalnya, will you go with me? Can you, for example, can you take me to the market? Not yet. Give me 5 minutes. I have just finished showering, for example, ya. That's the action just finished. Very recent past, tambahkan just. Ini terakhir untuk menggambarkan tindakan ketika waktu itu tidak terlalu penting gitu ya. Jadi tidak ada referensi waktu misalnya last month, last week itu bisa juga menggunakan present perfect. Jadi ini mungkin beberapa contoh yang lebih jelas ya. Yang pertama, to express things you have done in your life. Jadi untuk mengekspresikan apapun yang pernah kamu lakukan dalam kehidupan kamu. Misalnya, I have never been to Japan, for example. Itu secara umum kan. Jadi menggunakan present perfect. Atau di sini contohnya, she has never studied Japanese. Jadi untuk mengekspresikan hal-hal yang telah atau belum pernah kamu lakukan di dalam kehidupan kamu menggunakan present perfect. Misalnya, I have never eaten snails in my life. Dan kedua, untuk menggambarkan atau mengekspresikan berapa kali kamu telah melakukan sesuatu. Misalnya yang contoh di sini, how many times have you tried to call her? Atau how many times have I told you to stop playing games too long, for example. Jadi itu sudah menggunakan kalau ada kegiatan atau kejadian yang berkali-kali diulang dan disampaikan dengan cara present perfect. Yang ketiga, untuk menggambarkan kejadian yang baru saja selesai, yang sekarang penting gitu ya. Misalnya, I have some bad news. I have lost my job. Nah, di situ I've lost my job. Jadi dia baru saja menerima kabar tersebut have lost my job gitu ya. Misalnya kamu baru selesai tes, oh I think I've failed the test. I have failed the test because you know that you didn't do well, for example. Atau yang keempat, to express situations that started in the past and are still true. Mengekspresikan situasi yang terjadi di masa lampau dan sekarang masih benar atau masih sesuai. For example, I've known James for 4 or 5 years, atau I have known him to be a very good person, for example. So it is something that you know, and it's still true today. And the fifth one, to describe unfinished actions or situation, menggambarkan tindakan yang belum selesai atau kejadian yang belum selesai. I've read half of the book. Ya, misalnya I've done half of my work, for example. Nah, ini terakhir untuk mengekspresikan hasil saat ini, present result. John has missed the bus, so he'll be late. Jadi dia sudah ketinggalan bus, pasti dia terlambat. Itu untuk mengekspresikan suatu tindakan yang saat ini terjadi. Jadi ini beberapa contoh penggunaan present perfect dan contoh-contohnya ya. Nah, berikut adalah latihan yang juga diambil dari e-book yang saya sudah berikan. Yang pertama, have you ever and then be to a picnic at the beach. Ini mempertanyakan ya. Jadi ini jawabannya have you ever tambah past perfect, past participle, be menjadi been ya. Have you ever been to a picnic at the beach? And then if it is yes, it means yes I have. We cooked hamburgers. Ini mengacu pada masa lampau ya. We cooked hamburger, jadi pakai ed. And then have you tried, past participle-nya tried. Have you tried sushi? No, I haven't, but I'd like to. Number 3, did you? Nah, di sini pakai did ya. Did you have your breakfast today? Did you have breakfast today? Yes, I did, karena pertanyaannya did ya. Jadi ini pakai past tense. Did you have breakfast? Tidak berubah sama sekali karena ini past tense. Yang jawabannya yes, I did. I ate a huge breakfast. Ini juga past tense biasa. Have you ever? Nah ini juga, ini balik lagi ke present perfect. Have you ever eaten Mexican food? Yes, I have. In fact, I ate some just like last week. Memberitahukan yang sudah masa lampau, ada waktunya jadi pakai past tense biasa ya. Di sini pakai past tense biasa juga. Did you drink coffee this morning? Yes, I did. I had some on my way to work. Yeah, I had some on my way to work using our simple past. All right, so the previous discussions is focusing on the use of present perfect versus simple past because they both are very close and usually combined in a one sentence. And now we move on to the verbs that are related to food or cooking, because later on in the assignment you will have to write a recipe. So let's check. All right, so these are some verbs that you will come across when you try to make a recipe. For example, dalam bahasa Indonesia, pecahkan telur gitu ya. Pecahkan pakai apa ya? Break ya, break the egg. And then melt, melelehkan. Peel, mengupas. Spread, mengoleskan. Layer itu lapisan. Roll out itu diratakan. Fry, digoreng. Saute, ya seperti gambarnya itu ya. Kalau kita memasak sayur gitu ya. Whip, dikocok. Mix, dicampur. Taste, merasakan. Add, ditambah. Weigh, ini bacanya weigh ya. Kalau pakai T, W-E-I-G-H-T itu berarti berat dalam kata bendanya. Tapi weigh di sini kata kerja. Menimbang, weigh. Cut, memotong. Chop juga sama, tetapi lebih kecil-kecil ya. Slice, mengiris. Grate itu menggunakan alat supaya keluarnya kecil-kecil. Roast, panggang. Bake, di-bake ya. Stir, diputar. Boil, direbus. Steam, diuap. Pinch itu kayak pinch some salt gitu ya. 1 sedikit saja itu diberikan. Pour, menuangkan, barbecue. Jadi ini words or verbs that are mostly used in any kind of recipe. So if you want to do something, you have to know what verb that you have to use ya. Apakah di whip, apakah di saute, di fry, atau di apa? Ini semua bergantung dari jenis makanan yang akan dibuat. But this is important verbs to know if you want to make a recipe. And the second grammar focus after the present perfect and simple past is sequence adverbs. Adverbs itu kata kerja bantu ya, kata kerja bantu, misalnya kata kerja yang kata kerja bantu itu adalah kata kerja yang membantu menjelaskan kata kerjanya. Jadi di sini disebutnya sequence, jadi urutan. Misalnya di sini kata first, then, next, after that, finally. Ini semua adalah kata-kata yang digunakan atau disebut sequence adverb karena menjelaskan kata kerja. Jadi misalnya di sini first, mix the peanut butter and banana together ya. Di sini first itu menjelaskan mixnya kapan gitu ya. Jadi pertama campurkanlah gitu. Jadi di sini first itu menjelaskan atau membantu mix. Kemudian kalau untuk melanjutkannya, jadi first selalu digunakan di awal ya. Yang berikutnya bisa menggunakan then, next, after that. Jadi tiga ini bisa digunakan bergantian. Jadi jangan sampai pakai, misalnya kalau pakai then jangan then terus ya bosan gitu. Jadi ada kombinasinya, bisa next, bisa after that. Then toast the slices of bread. Nah di sini pun then menggambarkan atau membantu penjelaskan kata kerja toastnya. Next itu menjelaskan kata kerja spread. After that menjelaskan kata kerja put. Dan kata finally ini biasanya di akhir, di ketika resepi kamu sudah mau selesai, katanya ya berarti finally fry the sandwich until it's brown on both sides and ready to eat. So here are some example of the sequence adverbs. You can put in the blanks there, but basically the first word, first and finally are used for the beginning and the end, and then next after that those words can be used you can exchange the use of the three sequence adverbs so not to be repeating the same words again and again, jadi bisa dipakai bergantian. Oke, jadi topik hari ini selesai. Jadi kita sudah membahas present perfect tense yang sudah kamu pernah dapat dan juga pasti sudah familiar versus simple past yang sering kali dua itu bergantian ada di dalam kalimat. Kemudian kita sudah belajar sequence adverbs yang first, then, after that, kemudian finally yang berguna buat menceritakan suatu proses ya, memasak. Kemudian juga ada cooking verbs, beberapa kata-kata kerja yang berguna buat digunakan dalam suatu resep. Dan berikutnya adalah what you gonna do after watching this learning video. Pertama, tentu saja check your learning platform. Kemudian klik di attendance list seperti biasa ya. Jangan lupa attendance listnya diklik pertemuan ketiga. Kemudian ada latihan yang pertama. Jadi kamu saya tulis di sana ada exercise on present perfect tense, that is just for exercise. Kemudian ada quiznya yang saya tulis di sana, quiz 3 present perfect. Jadi setelah kamu selesai quiz, tolong di screen capture nilainya. Kemudian screenshot itu di-upload di morning yang ada tulisan grade report, quiz 3 grade report. Jadi masukkan ke sana. Kemudian setelah selesai quiz tersebut, ada satu assignment menulis, yaitu menulis sebuah resep. Jadi menggunakan sequence adverbs yang telah diberikan plus dengan cooking vocabulary yang telah ada. Jadi kalian bisa berimajinasi membuat apa atau based on your own favorite food, try to explain to the readers how to make it. Ya, bagaimana cara membuatnya, apa resepnya, barang apa aja yang dibutuhkan, kemudian menggunakan sequence adverb. Jadi misalnya ingredientsnya ini, sudah gitu recipe. First, misalnya peel the potato, and then cut them into small cubes, for example. After that, fry it in a hot sizzling oil, and then finally bla bla bla. Seperti itu ya. Jadi singkat saja, cari makanan yang favorit kamu, ingredientsnya apa saja, dan buat resep menggunakan sequence adverb dan juga vocabulary yang sudah didapat ya. Jadi mungkin di sini memang tidak ada penggunaan present perfect, tapi present perfect itu sudah dibahas dalam arti kuisnya ya. Jadi sama seperti, jadi sudah tercover. Dan ingat, jangan melakukan plagiarisme. Jadi jangan copy paste ya, karena biasanya saya akan menggunakan satu apps untuk mengecek apakah itu plagiarisme atau bukan. Jadi hindarkan plagiarisme, percaya diri saja, ini tugas yang tidak susah. Jadi mungkin kalau benar-benar dikerjakan 15 menit juga selesai. Jadi benar-benar do it, use your own words ya. Jangan ngintip-ngintip, pokoknya apa adanya saja lakukan sebisanya. Oke, jadi itu assignmentnya, exercise, gunakan jawab quiz, upload screenshot hasilnya, dan yang ketiga juga tulis resepi, kemudian nanti narasinya Word atau PDF-nya bisa diupload di assignment tersebut. Okay, so that's all for today, everyone. I'll see you next week. Thank you, and well, have a nice day.